Okay, so for today's journal entry, you're going to need this prepositions page, just like this. And you're going to need this interactive grammar notebook, lesson 5.1 prepositions, okay? These are going to be resources for you to have when you go to do your book. So these are essential to have in your journal. So when you go to writing your holiday preposition book, you have them as examples and you have them to check your book and make sure you're underlining the right words. So the page we're going to do first is this one. Okay, you're also going to need scissors, glue, and 2 or 3 crayons. Okay, remember when I'm coloring, you are coloring with me. Okay, you do not pause when I'm coloring because you do not need to take a bunch of time coloring. It's really just to make it stick out a little bit. Okay, so the first thing you're going to do is you're going to take this page right here and you're just going to kind of color over it. I would use a really light color so you can see through it. Okay, remember you are coloring with me. You can even color like outside the lines because you're going to cut around it. So I mean, you can color really fast because like I said, you're going to cut out around it, so it doesn't really matter if you go outside the lines. Beautiful. Okay, so here we go. My beautiful green preposition page. Okay, what you're going to do next is you're going to cut it out. Okay. If you want to just cut straight and do kind of like a rectangle, you can do that. If you want to cut out around the curves, you can do that too. Doesn't matter. Either way is fine. But just do not take a ton of time cutting and coloring. Okay. There we go. Beautiful. Okay, you're going to go to the next blank page in your reading journal, okay? For my newbies, it's going to be your very first page. And for everybody else, it's going to be behind the page that we did last, which I can't remember right now, but it's okay. But it needs to be right behind your current page, okay? So you're going to take this, and you're going to take your liquid glue, not your stick glue, and you're going to do your dots. Remember, we don't toast or strudel, we just put dots. That way it dries fast, and it doesn't make a mess all over your journal. And you're not wasting all my glue. Perfect. So I did my dots. I'm going to put it right on the center of the page, just like that. That's the only thing going on this page. And you don't need to put a title on this page. You do not need to put a title on this page. Okay? Then I'm going to turn to the next page. Okay? And I don't want you to put it on the back. I want you to put it on a fresh new page. And you are going to take this one right here, just like this. Okay? I'd use a different color for this one. And I just want you kind of coloring, just shading over the title. So I'm going to shade over a prepositional phrase can tell. And I mean this one, if you want to color the whole box, you can. But like I said, do not take a ton of time. And you can color outside the lines because we're going to cut it out. Okay? Alright, but for these, I just want you coloring the title. So these are when preposition words. They're going to tell you the relationship that goes with time. Okay? Your where prepositional words, that's your positional words, like when we did our chair activity yesterday. Above, across, against. Okay? This is your how preposition words. So it's giving you the relationship with how something is getting done. Is it being done with someone else, without someone else? Are you going to the movies with Justin? Are you going to the movies without Barbara? Okay, so your how words. Okay, you also need to color your why. These are your relationship to why you're doing something. I didn't want to go to sleep because I wasn't tired. I didn't get to go shopping last weekend since I was grounded, okay? So these are your why words. They're your relationship to why you can or cannot do something, okay? So this is important. This is your next step. You're going to take your scissors Okay, you're going to take your scissors, and you are leaving these groups together. So these bottom two, how and why, they have to stay together. You do not have to cut out this little V. You can leave it. You can just cut straight across. Just make sure you keep them together. Okay? You cut your side edge, your little flap. Go all the way across. Okay? There's one. Set of two. You're going to do the same thing for these two, except all three of these are going to stay together. Okay, almost done. Alright, so there's that one, the final for that one. Okay, so, and we might even be able to put this on the same page. We'll see here in just a second. The first thing that you're going to need to do is you're going to need to take this one and you're going to end up gluing this flap underneath the where. Okay, so you take your glue, do 3 dots. Maybe I should open it. There we go. 1, 2, 3. And you're just going to put the where right on top of that flap. Super important you don't put a ton of glue or else it's going to make a huge mess. Okay. Give that a second to dry. Give it a second to dry, okay, and then you're going to have to fold it. Okay, you're going to have to fold it. So you're going to fold it just like this. Let's see what's the best way. I'd go this way. So fold that behind. And you're just going to kind of zigzag it. Like that. Then that. Then like that. So start with this part on the front and you're just going to fold it just like that. So it's kind of like an accordion, okay? Then what you're going to need to do is you're going to have to glue this, and let's look back and see if it'll fit on this page. Maybe. Okay, so let's do this. Ooh, perfect. You could do it. Man, I wish I would have glued that higher. Well, you can still do it like this. No, I don't want it to rip out. Well, if I would have thought about this, you could have moved this down. But let's go ahead and put them on the same page. Okay, just so they stay together. So go ahead and put this at the top or wherever you have space. If you have somewhere where it won't cover it up, I would do that. I'm going to put mine down here at the bottom, and then I can look underneath it. So you're going to have to put a little bit of glue underneath this edge over here. You don't want to put a lot or it's not going to unfold. So 1, 2, 3. Okay, I put 3 little bitty dots. Remember, you don't want to put a lot or it's gonna all stick together. I'm going to put it over here. I'm going to kind of press it down for a little bit. I would probably unfold it too so it doesn't get stuck. Okay. And there you have your preposition page, okay? Make sure you put it back in the bin when you're done and then go ahead and move to your next station. But when you're all finished, it'll look just like this. And give it a second to dry. Give it just a minute to dry as you're throwing away your trash. So go throw away all your trash, clean up your area. Then when you get back, you can fold this back up. Make sure it doesn't stick to glue. And then close your journal and put it in the bin. Good job.